Good evening and welcome to Celebrating the Chattahoochee, a patron experience. I'm Dean Crownover. I'm your fundraising host and your MC for tonight's virtual gala. And by the way, we are happy to announce over 230 households are watching with us tonight, so thank you. And we want to let you know before we start that we are taking social distancing very seriously here in the studio. It's a very small crew, small staff. If we're not at the podium, we are all wearing our mask, as we know that you're being safe at home as well. Now, in a few minutes, we're going to do Fund the Future. And our silent auction is happening right now. If you have not signed up, all you have to do right now, it only takes a minute. I want you to text one word, CRK26. CRK26 to 76278. And then that'll get you logged in so you can bid. The silent auction will close exactly at 7:35. Now, it is my pleasure to bring up the Executive Director of Chattahoochee Riverkeeper, Miss Juliette Cohen, and the Chattahoochee Riverkeeper, Mr. Jason Alsett.
Good evening. I am so pleased to be with you virtually tonight. I'm Juliette Cohen, the Executive Director of Chattahoochee Riverkeeper. And boy, what a year it has been. We have really been able to stay the course and keep watch over our waters through and through. And we could not do that without so many of our supporters who are out there tonight. So before we begin our program, I would like to take a minute and thank our very important sponsors. Our presenting sponsors this evening are Colonial Pipeline, Cox and Cox Conserves, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, our River Hero sponsors, Laura and Rutherford Seidel, Dave and Mary Jane Kirkpatrick, Ellis Capital, and our hosts here this evening, Encyclomedia Productions. Our River Champion sponsors, the Ray C. Anderson Foundation and the Turner Enterprises, and the River Benefactor sponsors, Patty and Don Ross, Abby and Gerard Gunther, USA Storage, the Coca-Cola Company, JST Foundation, Southwire, and Westrock. Thank you all for supporting us in 2020. Thank you to everyone else who has contributed and will do so tonight. I'm excited about the program, so please stay with us.
Welcome. My name is Jason Alsett, your Riverkeeper. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. In March of this year, we experienced quite a shock like the rest of the nation. On a Monday in March, we were riverkeeping as normal, and by that Friday, the entire state was shut down. We have adapted well, and we've now got pretty much all of our river protection programs up and running on a full scale again. Our Neighborhood Water Watch program is up and running with contactless drop-off stations outside of our 3 laboratories. Our volunteer trash cleanup events are happening with social distancing and masks. We're installing new CASI devices, what we call the Chattahoochee Aquatic Sensor System Integrated devices, that allow us to remotely monitor water quality from our homes. And while we had to put our floating classroom programs on hold, our boats, crews, and captains are all ready to hit the water running when that time comes. Nobody really knows what we have in store for us in the immediate future. But one thing I can guarantee you is that Chattahoochee Riverkeeper will continue to be here to be that tireless advocate for our beautiful river.
This year, we have a really special theme. We are celebrating a trash-free Chattahoochee. We just celebrated our 10th anniversary Sweep the Hooch. In 10 years, together with 6,000 volunteers, we have removed more than 150 tons of trash, tires, and recyclables. But our trash cleanup program happens more than just once a year. In fact, we're out there every month, paddling, walking, removing trash, and making sure that our river, we can achieve together a trash-free Chattahoochee. So please, get involved with us, plan to join us as a family or with your friends, and do a cleanup with us this year.
And over the past year, we've been developing 2 new really cool programs to add to our trash-free Chattahoochee program. One is the in-stream trash collection system. We've been developing and working with different companies and different partners to put in a series of floating trash traps on tributaries that actually collect trash as they flow down these waterways, usually carried by heavy rain. So we're talking plastic cups, styrofoam cups and bottles, and we're able to trap these items and get them in the tributaries before it makes its way into the Chattahoochee River. And we're looking to install more of these devices, and you'll learn more about that later tonight. And we're also working on some really interesting research projects with local universities regarding microplastics. So there's not a lot of data in the Chattahoochee that tells us what the impacts are to our water supply and to the environment when these plastics break down into tiny, small particles. So we're working with a couple of universities to really learn more about these impacts and what we can do to help improve the Chattahoochee River. And these 2 new technologies and projects are really going to be instrumental in our fight against aquatic trash pollution.
This is really a great body of work. We're doing so many things on different levels, and all of it put together is our Trash-Free Chattahoochee campaign. We can continue this great work with your support, so please help us support our Fund the Future this evening, or maybe purchase something from our silent auction. All of these contributions will go to support our important mission and the work that we do every single day. Before we move on, I would like to introduce our awards video. We have some wonderful awardees this evening, and this video was produced by our host here tonight, Encyclomedia Productions, so please enjoy. We're really excited about our Trash-Free Chattahoochee campaign. It's a little bit of everything. It's our trash cleanups where we're getting volunteers out like today, and it's also about our trash trap program. So our goal overall is to make sure that we have a forever clean and trash-free Chattahoochee River. One of the biggest problems we've experienced with our trash cleanups is finding places to recycle the material, like plastics.
Nexus Fuels helps CRK by collecting some of the what would be trash, which is actually recycled material for us. We can take it to our facility and recycle it there back into plastic.
They can take these plastics, even though they may not be in excellent condition, and turn them into a viable product. So it's a win-win for both of us. Steven's been a great volunteer because not only is he helping us through his business, but he's putting in his personal time to come out on the volunteer trash cleanup events, and he comes back time after time.
I grew up backpacking, hiking, doing a lot of things outdoors, so it's just part of who I am.
The mission of Trout Unlimited is to conserve, protect, and restore cold water fisheries and their watersheds.
The Upper Chattahoochee chapter of Trout Unlimited has been an incredible partner over the years, and they actually helped us start the Sweep the Hooch event 10 years ago. And today, their members go out while they're fishing and pick up hundreds of pounds of trash every year out of the Chattahoochee River.
Clean My Water started a few years ago, and it was inspired by anglers and hikers that were noticing a lot of trash along the Chattahoochee River. It's a way to get outdoors, enjoy the outdoors, and then when you're done, clean up some trash. And then what you do after that is you take a picture and you post it on Instagram and you hashtag Clean My Water. And so really what it's done is it's built an online community to really help promote clean water and also help inspire the next generation, which are big users of Instagram.
The latest addition to the trash-free Chattahoochee program is trash traps. Now these are floating cages that'll float on a tributary. When we get a heavy rain, that runoff will wash plastic bottles, styrofoam cups, and other litter into the waterways, and then we can trap them with those traps before it actually makes its way to the Chattahoochee River.
Groundwork Atlanta works collaboratively and strategically to advance environmental projects that improve communities and quality of life in Atlanta. We came into the discussions around putting trash traps in Proctor Creek after, I believe, a couple years of negotiations among other partners, where really one of the key barriers that was identified is who is going to operate these traps.
Georgia Trade-Up mission is to put people back to work in the community, give them a fresh start, give them training, because we're a pre-apprenticeship program, in construction and green space. Our role is to clean the different traps out and the debris, which is big trees and stumps and things of that nature.
So we actually work to identify local residents trained through Georgia Trade-Up, who are from the west side. They had all the training they needed except for just a little bit to know specifically how to deal with these traps, and we were able to get them that training so that they could hit the ground running, and it really becomes now a local jobs creation opportunity as well.
We currently have half a dozen of these traps installed on tributaries to the Chattahoochee River in Fulton County, Douglas County, and Carroll counties, and we're looking forward to installing a lot more all over the Chattahoochee Basin.
I hope that we can continue doing a great job keeping the creeks clean. I would like to see more, because Proctor Creek goes a long ways, and you know, we just really scratching the surface.
I've seen Chattahoochee Riverkeeper do a lot of good in the community, not just cleanups, not just the technical aspect of it, but also spreading the word, spreading awareness, and it's really that awareness part that I think reaches the most people.
You're always the first responder whenever there's an incident on the river, whether it's a spill or a spike in water quality. CRK is always there. They're the first responder, and I love that about the Riverkeeper.
They've helped to, I think, turn the whole watershed around in so many ways, and it's just an honor to work with them on a day-to-day basis, so we love them so much.
We all now become one family because we all have the same goal and objectives, and that's to keep the creeks clean and safe.
Congratulations to our honorees this year.
And thank you for all that you have done for the Chattahoochee River.
How about those honorees? Pretty incredible, right? My name is Becca Powell. I am the Development Director for Chattahoochee Riverkeeper. Each year at this time, I stand in front of our CRK family to share with you more about our program work and ask you to dig deep to support our very important mission. While this year's challenges have brought us into your homes instead of in person, we are excited to be able to showcase our Trash-Free Chattahoochee campaign and to ask for your investment in the future of our waterways. So I want to try something. Can everyone at home close your eyes? All right, everyone's eyes closed. Imagine floating our Chattahoochee River and looking down at the water and not seeing shiny aluminum on the riverbed. Imagine standing in the river with your fishing rod in hand, looking up in the sky, and not seeing one of our beautiful blue herons flying above you with fishy line tangled in its mouth. Imagine walking the trails along your favorite streams and creeks and not seeing piled up tires from illegal dumping. All right, open your eyes, everyone. A trash-free river just feels good, right? It's really that simple. Over the course of our 26-year history, Chattahoochee Riverkeeper has pulled more than 2 million pounds of trash out of our waterways. But we need your help to continue this important work. This year, CRK has been hosting land-based cleanups and paddle cleanups with businesses and members of our community. We've been employing community members through our workplace development partnerships to clean out trash traps. We already have 7 trash traps in the river and its tributaries requiring regular maintenance. And we are also educating the next generation on the importance of keeping our waterways clean and healthy. Pretty incredible, don't you think? As you know, the work does not stop there. We need your support now more than ever. So CRK family, hold on to your seats, get those smartphones out, and enjoy our vision of a trash-free Chattahoochee.
like Becca said, we want a trash-free Chattahoochee. And how are we going to do that? Well, tonight, it's called Fund the Future. And this is where you come in. It's the most important part of the night. We want to see in 3 minutes, how many donations can we raise? So I'm going to bring in Juliet. Come on in. We're going to stay a distance, even though I hate it. I hate it. So here's what you're going to do. On your GiveSmart device, you see the donate button. When I say go, you're going to put in any amount you want, from $1 to $1 million. And let's see how much we can raise in 3 minutes. I want you to set a timer, please.
Okay, I got it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? You got your device ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Start the timer.
Bing.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a monitor right here. We want to see this monitor blow up with your names and how much you're giving, and we'll see how much we can raise. Did you know, if you were to donate $5,000 right now, that will fund a boom-style trash trap. What is a boom-style trash trap?
So a boom-style trash trap is a boom that extends from one bank to the other on a tributary, and it has a net that dips down just into the channel of the stream. And it will stop any trash that comes floating down the river. Styrofoam, plastic cups and bottles, tennis balls, basketballs, all the usual stuff that you see littering a creek.
Tires, all that?
Maybe some tires. Tires tend to sink, but these are really great devices because they're inexpensive and they're really easy to install.
How many would you like to have?
We would like to have one on every major tributary to the Chattahoochee River.
If we can get 12 right now, 5,000. Start throwing it in there. Mary just gave. Let's give Mary a big round of applause. 2,500. That will support one paddle cleanup on the river. One paddle cleanup. What is that?
Well, a paddle cleanup involves us putting people in kayaks and canoes. We'll strap laundry baskets to the front and the back, give them a picker and some gloves, and we will paddle a stretch of the river, 5, 7, maybe even 10 miles in a day, and we'll go through all the strainers and remove all those plastic bottles and balls and styrofoam and leave that stretch of river so much cleaner for fish, wildlife, and the next group that comes paddling behind us.
So these guys are getting a workout, they're getting the river clean, they're feeling good. Your $2,500 can do that. We want to see this needle move. Everybody start putting in your donations right now. 1,000. 1,000 can help sustain a workforce development team to help maintain a trash trap. What does that mean?
Well, a workforce development team is needed because we need to maintain these traps. Every time it rains, there is a slug of water and trash that comes down the channel. And they have to be cleaned out regularly. Well, and it's Georgia, it rains plenty. So workforce development is kind of a win-win. We get the streams cleaned and we get job skills and training for people who need it.
All right, guys, you got to keep throwing it in. Now, we're about, how much time do we have?
We have about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left. Come on, guys, you got to keep throwing it in. In fact, Laura just gave. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Excellent. Thank you, Laura.
All right, 500. Did you know your $500 could fund a litter education demo at an elementary school? But Juliet, I can see little kids, they know how to litter. Why do you got to teach them?
Actually, kids are really impressionable and they know what's going on. They see what's happening when there's trash in the creeks and in their parks and in their neighborhoods, and they know it's a problem and they want to do something about it. So we can go in there and show them the type of litter that we're finding in those trash traps, and we can explain to them how it gets there and how to keep it out.
Put those kids to work. All right, $250. $250. And let's face it, that's a week at Starbucks for almost everybody. That supports one river patrol for microplastics. Now, that's been in the news a lot. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. Microplastics are tiny, tiny pieces of plastic that have broken down off of plastic bottles or plastic bags or any type of plastic material. They're microscopic at times. and they're breaking down into our water supply all over the world, including in the Chattahoochee River. Every time there's a rainstorm and rocks and turbulence, all that plastic and trash is breaking down. And we want to know where it's going. Is it in our wastewater system? Is it in our drinking water? And we want to help scientists and local universities get out on the river and actually collect those samples so they can develop systems and technology on how to reduce or remove those microplastics so fish, wildlife, and humans are not ingesting it.
Less than a minute. All right, guys, hit that button, hit that donate button, put in any amount, put in one of the suggested amounts. Andy just gave. Do you know Andy?
Absolutely. Andy's a star.
Andy, thank you very much. All right, guys, keep giving. Now, this next one, $100. You don't think $100 can go far? Wait till you hear this. $100 can remove 10 pounds of trash. Really?
Absolutely. That's a drop in the bucket. We have actually removed 2 million pounds of trash over our 26-year history.
Wow.
But $100 will help us buy the porta potties, the dumpsters, the trash bags, the gloves, the staff time, all of that coordination that has to make a safe experience for people to get outside and do this trash removal and have a rewarding experience. So $100 will go a long way.
All right, here's some more of the cake. You want to call off some of these guys?
Oh, there's Sam. He's great too. And Wendy. Oh my God, Martine, this is so wonderful. Thank you everyone for contributing. Please keep it up.
All right, less than 30 seconds. Now, we're going to tell you at the end of the night how much we've raised, but the Fund the Future will be open all weekend. But now's the time to give, and you can give during the rest of the presentation. All right, we're down to 10 seconds. Guys, just throw it in there. Make this river clean, make it beautiful. I got to go down it with my family earlier this summer.
You shoot the hooch.
I shot part of the hooch, or the hooch shot me, depending. It was fantastic, and you should do this too. And thank you for supporting. All right, we're down to 5. Come on, keep it going in. 4. Karen just gave 3. Bill just gave 2. 1. Let's give everybody who gave a big round of applause. Now, a reminder that at 7:35, the silent auction will close. And speaking of the silent auction, let's find out more about those items. Kendall, tell us some more.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall Thiessen. I'm CRK's membership manager. I wanted to hop on and just talk to you guys a little bit tonight about our fabulous silent auction. You can access that silent auction by texting CRK26 to 76278. First, I wanted to show you guys this awesome paddle. This is handmade, custom one-of-a-kind paddle made by local artisan Marty Emanuel, and it's an exact replica of our famous 25th anniversary Relay Down the Hooch paddle. It's full size, made of sassafras, perfect for any paddler or for home decor. Next up, we have this beautiful and really cute pillow by Kathy Fusel Quilts. It's a quilted scene of all of the rivers in the state of Georgia. This is item number 220. And finally, I wanted to show you this gorgeous West Point Lake painting. This is done by Steve Close. And anybody who loves paddling or boating on West Point Lake, be sure to check this out, item number 219. Once again, you can access all of those silent auction items by texting CRK26 to 76278.
And now it's time to present tonight's River Awards. The first reward recipient is a partnership with Groundwork Atlanta and Georgia Trade Up for the River Sustainability Award. These two wonderful organizations have joined forces to tackle trash pollution in Proctor Creek by providing workforce development in West Atlanta to maintain trash traps. For the past year, these crews have been jumping in Proctor Creek, whether it was 20 degrees or 100 degrees, to clean out these devices to make sure that we get all the trash out and that they're ready for the next rain. The Proctor Creek pilot project could not have been possible without their support, and we greatly appreciate all that they do for the Chattahoochee. The next recipient is the Upper Chattahoochee chapter of Trout Unlimited for the River Steward Award. This local chapter of Trout Unlimited created the Clean My Water campaign, which has now been replicated by other chapters of Trout Unlimited all over the country. What this campaign does is it encourages anglers to not just go to the river and put a few fish in their net, but to also fill their net up full of trash so that they leave the river cleaner than they found it. And this chapter also was a key partner and founding organization of the Sweep the Hooch event, which we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year. They've been an incredible partner for many years, and we're very proud to give them this award tonight.
And our final award goes, our River Hero Award, goes to Stephen Tremer. Stephen is an excellent volunteer. He comes out to trash cleanup after cleanup year after year for the last few years. But he does more than that. Stephen works with Nexus Fuels, and Nexus Fuels takes our hard to recycle plastics and turns it into a viable product. So we are awarding Stephen the River Hero Award for both his personal commitment to helping us remove trash from the waterways, but also for his innovative style and technology in recycling hard to recycle plastics into a new useful product. Congratulations to Stephen Tremer and for the River Hero Award. Well, that really concludes our program, but before we say goodbye, I want to remind everyone that you can still text to give tonight. Text CRK26 to 76278. CRK26 is all one word to the number 76278. Please go ahead and do that tonight. I can assure you, as a 4-star Charity Navigator organization with an amazing record of success and delivering measurable results, we will put all your contributions to good use towards our Trash Free Chattahoochee campaign and all the other excellent work that we do. I also want to take this opportunity to thank so many people, including all of our sponsors, but including our board of directors, our advisory board, and the Chattahoochee Riverkeeper staff, who work every day to keep watch over our waters. Together, we do an excellent job, and we could not do this work without our 10,000 members. Jason, do you want to add something?
The patrons and supporters and members of Chattahoochee Riverkeeper are the lifeblood of our organization. Thank you so much for joining us tonight and for your support. The Chattahoochee River today is cleaner than it has been in decades, and we could not have accomplished that without your help. But we still have a long ways to go, so we'll see you out on the river, and stay safe.
And one last announcement, the final numbers are in, and it looks like we have raised a total of $311,000 and $311,000 and $525,000 this evening. So thank you so much for your generous support. We really appreciate you. We hope we'll see you on the river and that we'll see you at a patron event soon.
Have a great night.